Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're not going to be doing an episode. We're going to be talking about Kind of Thrones and, well, celebrating my 1 year on YouTube. And joining me right now is the very first person who I had on my channel, Johnny Be Crazy, Johnny Bragg. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Don't tell people who I am, and thank you, Franco, for introducing yourself.
Well, of course, you gotta have James Franco introduce himself as well. So we had Dark Mother, who stopped in the chat as well. Awesome supporter of the channel. And we have Johnny in the chat, as well as Katrinzi, another great supporter of the channel. I'm so very thankful, as well as Anime Lover Nicole and Linda R., Linda Smith, and OTDA. So, with, yes, thank you everybody. Yeah, it's my, technically tomorrow will be the first, and the first 1 year of the live streaming, but I think I did 1 year yesterday was my first ever video. So, yeah, that was very much, so much fun. Linda, or no problem. I know it's a Saturday and everybody's doing live streams and such. So, how's everybody doing? And all that fun stuff. Yes, and Steph to say a secret, another great content creator is in the chat. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. This first year has been kind of crazy and amazing at the same time. I got to meet Johnny at Con of Thrones, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and I got to meet so many people that have been in the chats. But I hope to one day meet pretty much everybody who's ever been in the chats before. It's so much fun. And Johnny's back.
I'm sorry, I'm back. Dog went crazy. I do apologize. How's everyone doing today? What did I miss? What did I miss? Sorry for yelling.
Not just talking to the chat and how they've all basically recognizing everybody in the chat right now, and just kind of talking about a little bit about the first year of YouTube, pretty much, and how in the first year it's been kind of crazy. Pun, not pun, and pun intended. And that, yeah, you were the first person who I had on my channel, and you have always been there since, and it's pretty awesome. And yeah, if you go back, the first time me and Johnny pretty much live streamed together, we talked about season 8 predictions, and I don't know, I haven't watched that stream in a long time, but if you go back, you'll see, maybe hear some tinfoil-ish theories, which are always good. But I think maybe some of the things we thought of might have gotten right, or in roundabout ways have gotten right. But yeah, they're all saying hi to you, I think, in the chat right now. Does anybody have any questions?
I'm sorry, I got an emergency. I do apologize.
No, it's okay.
Hey everyone, I hope y'all are doing fantastic. I'm sorry I can't talk to you right now. My bad.
So, does anybody have any questions or comments? Because I can kind of go back to the beginning and why I kind of did this channel, so to speak. I started it because I guested on a few different channels, and people wanted me to start my own. And how did I start? Oh, thank you, Anime Lover Nicole. So how I started my YouTube? Well, a long time ago, about when I was in grade 11, I started a channel, but it went like nowhere. And then I kind of lay dormant on the video front for a long time. And then I was on I just started going into live chats and conversations about May last year, and that's where I kind of started to interact with the community and started to engage a lot with a bunch of different people. And then I've guested before I started my own. I guested on a few different channels, and then people told me that they wanted me to get my own channel and kind of start making my own kind of content or having my own live streams, because I had a few different theories that I think I've made videos on. One that's in the works is with Erin Bravosi Broadcast, Big Aria, the 3 queens of Game of Thrones and 3 queens in history. So we're comparing Sansa, Daenerys, and Cersei to Elizabeth I, Mary Queen of Scots, and Mary Tudor. So that's a theory video that I've been working on since August, September time last year, and we're finally coming around to do that. We're just implementing the research, but yeah, I kind of started that. And then not that long afterwards, we started Episode Club. So where we walked through all the Game of Thrones episodes, not videos, episodes, and kind of just went from there. But yeah, it was I think my first live stream that I was on was about Jon and Sansa on Lady Wolverton's channel. So yeah, it was a while ago, but it was great. OTDA has for the con, what was my favorite day and why? Friday was very fun. Because it was like the first day and everybody was there, or most people were there, and we got to kind of just hang out and kind of enjoy what the con was like. But Saturday
the calm before the storm.
Yeah, the calm before the storm. And Nancy T. Yes, I met Nancy T actually on the Thursday. She along with Bubba Husky were the first 2 people that I actually had met at con. Nancy T is an awesome lady. She's not only the mother of blankets, but Con of Thrones. Sometimes she was the mother of gifts. She'd just show up some places with just stuff to give you, whether it was food, like she gave me, but then later on, a few small things. But yeah, Nancy T, she kept me well fed at the con. It was awesome. Yeah, she's awesome, and I love how Mike T had on his name tag or his badge for Con of Thrones as the Iron Bank of Blankets. So yeah, that's a good one in name tag. Yeah, my favorite day probably was Friday. But also Saturday was really awesome. I had to leave on Sunday. AK. And the other question from DA was, what is the type of videos you prefer on my channel? So reactions, edited videos, live streams. I like reaction videos. It's just, it takes me a while to kind of sync up the audio sometimes. I don't know how Fandom D Saint, shout out to Fandom D Saint, he does this like all the time. Must take practice. But I like my reaction videos. Probably could do more at some point in some stage. I just have to figure out exactly what things I want to react to. That may be something that you guys tell me you want to want me to react to. But I also like live streams. I like having back and forth conversations with people.
Can you eat spicy anymore?
Can I eat spicy food?
I am so sorry, Kenzie. I thought I was still muted. My bad.
It's okay. I also like live streams because that's kind of where this channel started with, was mostly live streams with Episode Club. It's the predominant amount of videos that are on the channel, although I love doing edited videos. It takes me forever to do them. That's why if I say I'm doing an edited video and it comes out at a random time and it's like I promised it's like a week or 2 weeks out, and it doesn't happen, it's because I mess up or something comes up. But I like them all. But I feel like reaction videos and live streams are my favorite. Yes, Lindor, the tutors are really fun, really interesting to listen to. Katrinzi, what is my favorite Game of Thrones character? What is my favorite character in Game of Thrones and why? Well, if you know me, or for any extended period of time, the Game of Thrones character that I really love is Sansa Stark. That's pretty much why Johnny gave me the nickname of Sassy Sansa. Yeah, I just really like Sansa's character because for a multitude of reasons, because of how she thinks a lot, and there's not that many, I think, red-headed characters in literature very often, or from what I've read. So if there is, let me know about that. But there's not that many people kind of reflected, or redheads.
Most of them are named Patty,
Yeah.
male or female.
Yeah.
Or Reba.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not that many in literature, so I really like that fact, and because I am myself a redhead, I felt like that weird symbiotic connection. Kind of like this is not aging myself at all, Kim Possible, that or the Little Mermaid, where like because I saw myself in them. But yeah, and
you should never be ashamed of that. Kim Possible was awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, I think I like that. I like her story arc and where it's going. I feel like in Winds and Spring that I can see what happened in season 8 very much happening in the show, obviously barring the Ramsey kind of storyline, but they could go down a similar path with her with Harry the Heir, but who knows. Let's see. Yeah, they've got so many questions. What? Oh, we'll go back once Johnny's ready, but to the questions that DA said, but
I'll try to answer whatever I can. Technical difficulties are cutting all the trees down. Doors going insane. People are slamming the doors, coming in and out of the house. It's insane over here. So I'll try to get in on this party.
The question from DA was favorite day of the con and why, and what is your favorite types of videos that you that was more of a me question, but what are your favorite types of videos that you do?
Videos that I do, when I can actually, I would just say the quickies are my favorite. I'd like to definitely get better at those. You'll see a lot more of those coming, and some Westworld quick draws coming up. So be on the lookout for that. Blah blah blah. Self-promotion. But I would have to agree with you with Friday. It was a little more relaxed, laid back. Wasn't as much asshole to elbow, and you got to kind of take in stuff and breathe a little bit. But once it started kicking off, it was harder to just soak it in, if that makes sense. Not that it was bad.
Yeah, because on Friday, it was where we met AK. That was at the Angry Beaver when it was. Like, that was fun.
I believe it was an Angry Beaver.
Yeah. That's where I think we met most of, for me and I think Johnny, where we met the most of the people from the community, because we didn't make it to the Crag Wolf, but we made it to the Angry Beaver, and that was fun getting to meet everybody. But AK, what was your favorite day of the con? If you can, if you're able to talk. If not,
yes. I don't know. I think I would say. I was gonna say Saturday, but now I'm gonna say Sunday because I got to get weapons on Sunday.
Weapons? What kind of?
Yes. I'm gonna be unboxing some stuff probably next week. I got the awesome book, Valyrian Steel Oathkeeper, and a badass axe that is from a fantasy series.
Ooh, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, it's gonna be looking awesome. You'll see it in the background hanging on my wall eventually.
That's awesome.
Wonder who you're gonna use it on.
Whoever's foolish enough to break in.
Taste the night.
Yeah, man. Oh, gee. Bobby Catalano's in the chat, and if you go to Bobby's Facebook page, she has made, and I think it was on her YouTube. She made a quick video after she made a Sansa necklace. So she told me that she'll make me one. So, start of my cosplay for next year be from Bobby, which will be awesome. And yeah, go check out him and Bobby on Facebook. She's so awesome. She makes so much stuff, and if Johnny was on screen, he'd probably show you his Maester's Nook, even though you've probably seen it about 100 times already.
Well, stop doing that, man. Maybe I can screen share. Hold on. I got a little picture of it. Give me a minute. Keep talking though.
Yeah.
Don't just stare at me. Those dead eyes.
We got Steve York is in the chat. Go check out Geek Folk One if you like them memes and all that fun stuff. Linda Smith is also in the chat. Forrest Florida, Nancy T again. Julianne 89, fellow Cylon Jill. Yeah, I've got any more. Oh, the best tinfoil theory that I came up with, or a tinfoil theory that I really like. I don't know if it's tinfoil or if it's the truth, but I think I stated in my John and Sansa video part 2, I think that oh, hear me. Hold on.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you can keep talking though.
That the tinfoil thing was that Dany is a literal mother of dragons, and that all of her, if she was to have more children, they would come kind of like how Rhaego was, with like wings, kind of bat-like, that she wouldn't have.
Believe I can. I probably shouldn't quote that bastard. But anyways, yeah.
Like that was
That's what you interrupt with.
I believe I can fly. But yeah, it's like something along those lines, that it was that she is literally would have like only dragon and dragon like children as her like children, because she claims herself to be the mother of dragons, but she'd literally be a mother of dragons. Another one that's not so tinfoil is that there's just certain historical elements that are played out in the show. The three queens in history play out as the three queens in reality, which will be coming soon with Aaron. Aaron really wants me to work on that with me, because I
Can't wait to see the sassy Sansa necklace.
Yeah, don't do that no more.
Did you guys, I don't know if people in the chat, some of the people in the chat were at the con, but did you guys see the guy that looked like almost like a stunt double for Peter Baelish?
Oh, let me tell you this. I would say like words in Peter Baelish voice and all that, and he looked at me like he didn't know what the hell I was talking about. He gave me these crazy looks. I guess I just talked to him. I'm like, what's going on? Chaos is a ladder. And he would look at me so. He probably thought I was the weirdest dude on the planet. But I was like narrating his life at one point in time while we were walking behind him. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
No, it's okay. But yeah, there was like,
I extensively saw the doppelganger of. It didn't sound right, but whatever. I stand by that statement.
it was interesting to see, like, because there wasn't that many Baelish.
Mike T. Say hey to Mike T. Mike T. Shh. Just kidding, man. What's up?
Mike T is the man, and the Iron Bank of Blankets for the mother of blankets, Nancy T. And Mike T and Nancy T are so awesome. They're just amazing, and they deserve all of the love and more for what they do for so many people in the community. Santiva Major is also in the chat. And Mike T works at the TSA at the airport. What the heck? Like that, you need patience for that one because it's like dealing with all these crazy people. And Lauren's Corner's also in the chat. Lauren, we got to meet Lauren on Friday. We got to meet Lauren. That was really fun. I think she was like the first person I actually met in the convention hall, I think. So that was very fun. Peter Baelish works at the airport. That's what it was, not Mike T. The Peter Baelish impersonation works at the airport.
Lauren's Corner is Pootie Tang. I ate steak satay on the tippy tie stir fry day. I think that's what she said.
Stir Friday. Archer coming in.
Sadate.
Sadate.
Sippy tie on the yimmy yay.
Such an underrated movie.
It really is. Oh my God, it really is.
Yeah, Lauren, she almost walked past me. That was the most hilarious part. I'm like, Lauren. And then she realized it was me afterwards. It was so funny because I'm like standing there, like near the elevator. I'm like, Lauren. It was really funny. And I also saw like a couple people, like I saw Steven Stark. He was like going to his panel, and that was when he was dressed as Torrance Stark. I think that was on Friday. Melanie, and I saw Amanda Crowfoot's daughter on Friday in the morning. It was fun. Who was the first person that you met, AK?
What's the first person that I met there? Actually, I think the first, Timo, because she met me and the Almost Misses got there right before the YouTuber meet and greet, and Timo met us outside. And then when we went in, I think Phil was the first person that saw me and waved, and then Nancy T. And
Phil played the bongos for you.
He did not have his bongos on the panel, sadly.
Wah, wah. You know, well, I had something else to say, but I completely freaking forgot, man. Sorry. There was some fantastic cosplay there, though.
Steven Stark, when he was Liana, that was brilliant. I think I took a picture of that. I need to get it posted.
Yeah, Steven had really nice costumes the days that I saw him. Like his Torrance Stark was really well done.
I missed the Torrance one. I'm sad I didn't see that.
It was really funny because I think he said that he has to now go and bend to if he finds a bunch of Bran Starks, he's like, I'll just have to bend my knee, or to a bunch of not Bran Starks, to a bunch of Daenerys's or Targaryens, and just like
I think I might have saw one Aegon there actually, just one though, maybe.
I didn't see an Aegon, but I did see a Visenya, and her cosplay was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, does she have like the wing type cape? That one?
Did she have a cape? I don't remember if she had a cape, but she was in like full armor. Wig was on point. The crown, it looked beautiful.
Yeah, the cosplay that was for this con was crazy. I kind of figured that cosplay would be very well done for any sort of convention, but some of these people, like when you come up to them, you almost think that that's like the legitimate costume or the legitimate costume that they would wear on the TV show. Surprisingly, there was a lot, not surprisingly, but to me, surprisingly, there was a lot of Santa costumes. So I was wasn't expecting a lot of Santas to be walking around, as well as Daenerys. There was quite a few Daeneryses. And it was interesting if you would see them walk past each other in the hallway just to give the evil death glare at each other.
What about the one Hooker Daenerys that I don't hear that. But we were, you know how they have those little trolleys that where the bachelorette parties or the little parties are going on. I think there was a family on this one, and then they were walking by going to the con, and she lifted up her skirt and
I
just pulled her
remember
whole
that.
ass out. I don't even think she had underwear on. The kids that were sitting on there were just gaping mouths.
What?
You know, kids from 10 to 15 were just like, it
I
just was
remember
dead
that.
silence.
Well,
It
they're
was
scarred for life.
crazy. I just want to say, hey, Suntivia Major. Yes, Johnny B. everywhere. I am good. I hope you're doing well as well. I can't really type in the chat just in case y'all are wondering. I'm not ignoring y'all. Much love.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I think it was when we were walking back to. Yeah, it was when I think we were walking back to the Sheridan that happened because there was a guy dressed as Jon Snow walking, and then it was Misa Danny or the Danny with the blue outfit that was walking behind him. And then someone was like, people were waving, and then she just like flashed a bunch of people. It was like it was so strange.
What
I was like,
makes you do that?
I don't
That is
know.
nuts.
I guess because it was like because she was supposed to be that version of Danny, even though that's not actually Danny.
I'll just
There's
touch
never
on
been that
this,
version of Danny.
but it's confirmed there was a sex worker at Con of Thrones. I'll just throw that out there because
Okay.
people are going crazy. But that is confirmed. I won't go into too much more detail than that, though. But
Hey, them ladies got to eat too.
Yeah.
no, I think it was hilarious. I think she was cosplaying too.
I mean, it's the perfect opportunity.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Or Lawrence says Flash or Danny may have had too much. So,
Yo, that is a fact right there. Nashville was fucking lit as hell. I did not expect it.
I hate that city.
Turned down for what is like the epitome of what that is. I lost count of how many party buses were floating around there.
yeah, there was so
Oh,
much.
well, I know detail, DA, because this is Sasa stream, and I didn't want to bring it down.
This is not ginger ale chat, Dirty D. We can't go into details.
Not yet. It's only like 2:30 in the afternoon. We have to wait till like midnight to have like those conversations.
Start a Salsa after dark session.
Yeah, it literally. We can probably figure that out if people want that. We'll figure that out. Stuff to say in secrets. I saw Blood Raven share a C-star on Twitter. Yes, there was a really nice Blood Raven. Someone did Blood Raven. On share C-star. There were so many costumes, like some that you wouldn't expect, like happening. Like there was a girl I didn't see it in person, but I saw the pictures of a girl dressed as Arya with the wheelbarrow. Like the oysters, clams, and cockles Arya.
Oh, like nice. Didn't see that one.
Season 6. Oh, no. Yeah, season 6. Arya. Yeah, there was that one. There was a bunch of season 8 Aryas. And there was a moment where there was a guy dressed as Syrio, but I think he changed outfits or cosplays over the weekend. But he was dressed as Syrio, and an Arya like they collided with one another, and he's like, "You have to dance!" Like trying to teach her the water dance. Like, did you listen to your lessons or something like that? It was quite funny because when other cosplayers would like interact with one another, sometimes they'd make scenes out of conversations, which was really funny. And I know there was one person who was cosplaying. I don't think we caught her name, but she dresses different Sansas throughout the show. So one day she had season 1, like episode 9 Sansa, which was like when Ned's execution, so like that full outfit. And then she had like, I think season 7 Sansa or season 6 Sansa, which was really cool. There was a lot of barracks as well. I think I saw 2 or 3. It's Chrissy Woolstones in the chat.
Oh, one of my favorite cosplays were though Luke and Bailey.
Oh yeah,
dressed as fuzzy dragons.
Yeah.
Or one of the panels that we did, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I think they got pictures done as well.
Nice.
I can't remember with I think it was. I don't know if it was the direwolves. I think they did get a picture though. Yeah, it was really funny. Yeah. Anybody have questions about the con? I know, like, this is just kind of like a random, or like questions in general. Yeah. And I know DA. Yes, DA. Also, you got your book, the World of Ice and Fire that everybody signed. I think I saw you.
Put my phone number in there, baby.
Yeah, because everybody had that as well. The World of Ice and Fire. I think so many people signed that book. I can't remember if no one actually got to sign it. I think one person.
I didn't sign a book. What book was this?
Oh, Nancy T was walking around, or I don't know if she was walking around with it, but she had the World of Ice and Fire.
Oh, I
book.
missed the book signing.
She had people sign it. I think Johnny and I signed it by happenstance because she was just having it.
We were around more important people at the time, so we got lucky as to.
Oh, please. You are just as important as anyone else that was there. You stop that right now, young man.
Yeah, she had the World book. And it was so, and there was that as well for DA because DA couldn't show up. And now Nancy's so sad that she didn't get to sign it. She's like, oh no.
No, there'll be other years. If I can't make it next year because they're too far away, I'm sure I'll be able to get there eventually.
There'll be you get.
You damn right I gave you a personal live shout out. Nothing but the best for my captain of the guard.
I think the one true David Adams gets more personal live shout outs and well deserved at that than anyone.
Yet he will not bring his ass on a camera.
No, he won't. I've got to talk to him a couple times.
We're calling you out.
And surprisingly, he's I've seen random photos here and there. He's not a bad looking guy, you know. I did send him my phone number, like I said.
Yeah, no, I've seen his face. I know what he looks like. I just wish that he would actually be on camera so everyone else can enjoy his awesome.
Because they is so awesome. Lauren!
Hi, I thought I'd just let you finish your wee thing. Were you talking about Alt-Shift-X?
No, DA. The one.
No, we're talking about OTDDA, but yes, it was funny. I took pictures with Alt-Shift-X, got to meet him. He's an awesome dude, but we can't show his face on camera. So that's why Tony, if you see, has his face covered up.
That's so stupid. Not stupid, but that's just like an interesting thing.
It's his mystery.
Absolutely. What's going on? What's happening? How are you?
Good. Just talking about random stuff because it's like a random stream part, like a party stream, but like almost.
That's how we do.
Yeah. And now Nancy T said wanting DA to bring it next year if he goes. Yes, DA has to.
Calling you out, DA.
You have to show up because I know everybody was like wanting to know if you would show up. So DA has to show up at least once to a con.
Yeah, I gotta get him to sign my bosoms. I'm a total fan of DA.
With a Sharpie so you can get it tattooed later.
Exactly.
There's right.
Oh, just chaos.
Even the dog wants you to come on, DA. Even the puppy's reining in what he wants to see. Come on.
Yeah, James Franco wants you to show up. Yeah.
Is the puppy's really named James Franco?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Right, so I have a question if that's okay.
Yeah. The question.
What was your favorite moment from the con, the whole thing? Like, what was your absolute favorite moment? What stood out to you? Is it personal or was it with like a group of people or was it just something that randomly happened or like, I know that's actually more than just a question, but you know what I'm talking about.
I feel like for me, I think it was just the fact of just being in a room with just people that we've had conversations with, like over the fact of the internet. But I think like Friday, and even though we showed up late to everything, like Friday just in general, I think is just like the whole day was just awesome because that's when we got to meet so many people on just that one day. I think that was like my favorite, just meeting like, as much people as we could on one day.
Well, I'll just say straight up, Mike and Nancy driving me like my parents around, and I just loved it so much. It made me feel like I had a family again. No, just kidding. I'm being no, I did. That was my favorite time was with Nancy T. She is even more amazing in real life than she is
Absolutely.
on the interwebs, if that's even possible. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
1000%.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah, that, like,
And I enjoyed meeting Lauren and AK too.
And I'm very glad that you enjoyed the curry. Nancy is very glad to hear that.
yeah, we had Nancy T. She had messaged me before the con and was, because I have food sensitivities and celiac, so she was like, I'll bring you snacks. I was like expecting like 1 or 2, but Nancy T, she comes like with like one of those grocery, like reasonable grocery box things filled with snacks and like muffins, Chex Mix, pretzels, like all of these different things. And I'm like, what do I have to do with all this? So I ended up
still got a handful of that Chex Mix left.
it was really good. I think I have some still. It's so good. Nancy, yeah, she was like the first person I met too, and with Bubba. So it's like, what? But the weird thing with my like first interaction with Bubba, he's like, I think you know who I am, right? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, I'm Bubba Husky from the internet, which is classic intro line. And I was like, of course that is you. But it was really fun. Like Bubba, like he's just so awesome with like that whole weekend. It's just so funny and made us all laugh and everything.
Nancy, don't be yelling at us in the chat either. I don't appreciate that at all.
Nancy T, be yelling. Yeah. So
Can I ask the question for the rest of the panel also? Everyone, Johnny and Lauren, what were you guys' absolute favorite moments?
Did you not answer already?
I did. It was my time with Nancy.
Did I miss it? Okay, I'm sorry.
It's it could have just been me mumbling like an asshole.
Wait, so I think you might have answered before I got here.
It's
Did you answer, Alicia?
My favorite day, I said, was Sunday because I got to buy weapons. But my absolute favorite moment, I will say, was little house party that we had at Teflon's. Actually, that's where I met Alt Shift X, and we were chilling with Gray, Aziz, Quinn. Ideas of Ice and Fire was there. Met Derek, I believe he's one of Tony's boys that's guest on his channel sometimes. And it was fun, you know. Kevin Cleary was there too. Tarzan, we were drinking, joking, chatting. I had some bomb ass pizza. I don't know where that pizza came from, but it was bloody delicious. Oh, and it was just a chill moment. I didn't get to stay for the whole of it because I was super tired by the time we got over there. But yeah, it was a blast.
So mine, I've got a few to be fair that kind of stand out. So the one that stands out is obviously going on from what Sasa said earlier on, where I nearly walked past her, which is true. And then when I instantly realized who was walking past, I was like, holy shit, Sasa! And like insta hug, engage. And then we tried to go find Johnny, and he was on like another level at the other opposite side of the building. She's like, he's got like an orange t-shirt or something. I'm like, I wish my glasses were better. And then I saw him. And then this distinct moment of just running up to Johnny like at full speed, and then having to full stop to remind myself he has a bad back and go, hiya.
She just punched me in the face instead. It was, I loved it.
What else? The coming in late to the YouTuber panel, and then like trying to ask a question and not really getting the question out because Alicia stops me midway and just be like, before you finished that, come here. And then we basically made the entire fucking like hall either like go, oh, or start crying.
It was your fault. You started crying first.
You made me. It's your fault. I was trying to ask a serious question to everybody, and you got me all teary and shit. I couldn't contain it. There was no containing that. But what else? And
also Lauren made me a badass fucking cape. That shit was awesome.
Cape.
And she knighted me in front of the Iron Throne. I'll post that video too over the next week.
Yeah, you better.
That video exists.
Oh, we did have that extensive photo shoot of you on the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
I had you working it.
Yeah, you
And
did.
it wasn't as bad as the girls that went before us, though. They were there for like a half hour.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I was semi-quick about it, you know.
That
was a good time. The Iron Throne, that was a good time when we were all right there and like chilling, and that was but that was Friday too, right? When it was still, you know, it wasn't assholes to elbows. It was the calm before the storm, and not a bad storm, you know, like a sexy Euron storm from the books, not the show.
Yeah. I was about to say, what Euron are you talking about?
The good eye, the blue eye, the smiling eye.
There's that whole Iron Throne. Like, you felt like it was almost, it obviously is a replica, but like when you sit on it or you stand near it, you think it's like almost real at one point. Like,
it's well made.
It was very well made.
I think they had like, if you still have the app or whatever, they have like the website where the people that used it, and they have like a whole YouTube video on them making the Iron Throne. It's like
nice.
It's like what? Oh yeah, Sophie's. There's. I know. Everybody's talking about Sophie's dog that got.
Get hit by a car.
Yeah, it was
run off the leash or something.
It was
charge Sophie Turner. I'm joking, but that's awful.
Because they had I think it was their dog sitter or whatever, because this was in New York.
So can I tell you really quick a story about I had a Dalmatian named Pie when I was younger, and he got hit by a car. So he was notorious for getting out of the fence. He would do all these crazy acrobatic things, super hyper, fantastic dog. And one day, didn't really even hear anything. I walk out into the garage because we heard some whimpering, and my dog is laying there in a pool of blood. I had to scoop him up. I was about 11 years old at the time and barely made it. And anyway, somebody kicked my dog in the stomach later, and he ended up dying. But that's a tragic thing, because a car hitting an animal like that, it's I try to make a joke about it, but I only do that because it's kind of painful to think about that, especially.
Can I interrupt then with like another good happy memory that I have from the con?
No, I like being depressed, so let's just.
It's somewhat sad, but it's somewhat awesome at the same time. Like all of us standing around and me reading that poem to John.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, John's poem. Yeah, John the Baptise. Yeah, the poem in Lauren's new book, John the Baptise. And then something in the acknowledgements.
There's a wee section in the back. It's like called the page for gratitude. So there's a few of you that are in there. And the other one is where Nancy T brought the whole fucking crowd round to the house that I was staying at to have like a last minute party because I couldn't make Teflon towers. So, you know, they all came round and there was like food upon food. I mean, you think you got a shopping basket full of munchies that you could eat. Just the amount of food. I thought there was more people coming around after everyone arrived. I thought this whole house was just going to be lit full of like con-goers. The amount of food that Nancy brought and the Jello shots and the beer and the everything else. Like, it was insane. Absolutely mental. So good though. Yeah.
Nancy probably throws kick-ass house parties too, man.
Yeah, I think she said that she always, everybody would come to her house, like for when her daughter was growing up, that everyone would come to her house for parties.
See, she's a mom that's used to hosting. Makes total sense.
Rainbow of Jello shots. Yeah.
Yes, a rainbow, an insane rainbow of Jello shots that didn't all get eaten.
Nice.
And Pocahontas had to take most of them home. I know, because I helped her load them all into her car.
Oh, Jello shots.
Wearer of kilts.
To wear.
Keeper of capes,
Lauren,
bringer
her
of tea
titles,
cakes,
titles.
wearer of kilts. Yes, that I am. Oh, those tea cakes and those snowballs did not last very long. All the tonic stuff disappeared in like a day or two by the time I managed to hand them out.
I believe that.
Well, yeah, because it's like the prized possession. Yes. Yeah, we got to hang out with Smokahontas.
Did y'all get all the tiddlywinks?
What?
What?
The tiddlywinks.
The what? What would the what now?
It's a famous snack cake in America. You haven't ever seen it?
No, I
Oh,
live in
the
Scotland.
Get
yourself on
Get-
Google.
it's tiddly time for tiddlywinks.
I thought
That's how the
Tiddlywinks was a
commercial
game, like a kind of game you played with like plastic like coins or some shit. Maybe there's a thing lost in translation here
goes.
between what you.
AK hasn't said anything yet.
I'm just waiting to see how many times you say it.
Tiddlywinks. Anyways, there's nothing really named it tiddlywinks. I don't even know what that is anymore. Let me Google it.
It's a word that sounds really strange.
It's a game, or at least I think I remember it being something like that.
Yeah, it sounds like something a Scottish person would say.
You just want me to say it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, good. And we got Smokahontas, who was like we hung out with her, I think, a lot on Saturday. She's awesome.
She's one of the most chill people ever.
She's officially
so tiny.
Yeah.
She's officially like my new sister. Like I absolutely adore her. I miss her smile. She has like the best smile.
Yeah,
like I was greeted with that at the airport, and I instantly went, "You're tiny. I feel so tall next to you." And like just all the lengths and breadths she went to help me out, or just give me space and things like that. Like I've been Snapchatting her since I got back, just to keep the fun going. And like I absolutely genuinely miss her. I miss all of you, but because she was the first and last person I got to see when I got to Nashville and had to leave, like there's just something there. It's like it begun with this and it ends with this, and that was actually really heartbreaking, to be fair.
Yeah.
Sounds like a personal problem to me. No, just kidding. It is tough.
And meeting Johnny's mum randomly as if. Okay. So
yeah, she got left by my brother and stuff,
So Johnny had to come round, dropped off food to me before he left, right? And I'm in bed and then kind of just chilling, and he brought his mum up with him, and she says hi, and I start talking to Johnny, and she's looking at me weird, and then Johnny goes to the bathroom, and then I had this weird interaction with her. She look at me and she's like, "Excuse me, are you from here? Where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Scotland." And my brain's thinking, did Johnny not tell her that I was Scottish? Like, did she not factor in
for a
something?
long ass time. I don't know what got into her. She must have had a mind slip because she knew. Maybe it still threw her off though. I don't know if she's ever.
Just like the accent, and then she spent like 5-10 minutes while he was in the bathroom talking to me about how Nashville's not the same, and it's not about the music and the thing when she was there. It's now about the drinking and the partying and the whatnot. I was just like, wow. I was like, that's nice, that's great, that's brilliant. I was like, your son's really nice and he's helping me, and I really appreciate you driving him around here to bring me food and stuff and blah. And I explained why I was in bed because of the heat and whatnot, but I just think she couldn't get over the fact that I was Scottish. And then there was this moment when like Johnny came back in to roll a ciggy, and like fucking She just like, right, I'm going downstairs. And then me and Johnny were silent for a good 2 minutes before we heard her go out the door. And I was like, the fuck is this?
I'd like to say I was probably on the bathroom for like 90 seconds. I don't know. I didn't have to take a shit, but a lot of stuff happens, though.
Lady H of the North, I did get Tony to eat on camera, like one of those tea cakes as well. That was cool.
It's the
Baptiste, what's good, kid?
and
Mr. Baptiste.
who was dressed as Crowley the entire time at Con of Thrones.
Also,
He
who
was
said
just,
he'd be
he
on
wasn't
here?
dressed as, he was just Crowley.
I was about to say, yeah, he was Crowley.
Yeah. But yeah, John.
John was supposed to be here, but I don't know. I heard John drop kick Nancy in the face at Con. But anyway, no, people don't gang up on John. Just kidding. John, you're supposed to be on here.
Yeah.
Where are you
Listen,
at, John?
if he tried to drop kick Nancy, Nancy would tear him a new asshole.
I don't think John wouldn't have made it back alive.
No, taking him like taking him.
Mr. Baptiste would have been sent to the hospital on a stretcher with a complimentary tub of Chex Mix.
A blanket.
Yeah, she'd give him a blank. Yeah.
Knock the fuck up.
Yeah, Nancy T. She told me that she brought 12 blankets to Con of Thrones.
Wow.
So.
It was quite a lot of blankets. I seen the pile.
I think I saw a couple of those blankets, and I believe I remember seeing one with a that was in gray with a dire wolf on it. I think if my eyes were not mistaken, Nancy, and you maybe feel like doing another blanket, I wouldn't be mad at you if it happened to arrive at my workplace at some point in the future.
Oh, are we starting a double blanket club now? Is that what's happening?
Hey, there it is.
Blanket.
If that's the case, I want a rainbow one or one that's pink. I just want an obnoxious one that I can throw at my daughters and go, here, appreciate this.
It's Baptiste.
Hey, I can't hang
Mr.
out Mackenzie. I got to get ready for work, but I wanted to pop in and say happy anniversary.
Thank you, John.
Sounds like you're coming live from the coffin right now.
I am live from the coffin.
The coffin.
Yeah, he's got to go adult.
Yeah, the coffin. Going in adulting. Well,
try to have a good day at work.
Oh, it's my last week at this job. It's like so hard to even get myself motivated to go.
Understandable.
I'm sure everybody knows how that is.
Yep.
Live therapy.
You got a new job?
Yeah, that I did.
A dockside worker.
Awesome.
No, he has to be a daylighter because
he's selling bait at a bait
Daylighter.
No, I wish it were during the day, but I'm not quite that blessed yet.
Well, right now you're still a daylighter because vampire. All the vampires.
Nancy, stop spreading lies down there.
But no, I wanted to personally wish you a happy anniversary, Mackenzie. Thank you for all the great content you put out and having me on your channel as often as you do. It means a lot to me.
Thank you for being a friend.
No problem. Yeah, it's been a wild first year on YouTube, and yeah, just having four people on my channel who I barely really knew very much a year ago, and to have met you all in person, it's just so awesome.
A lot happens in a year.
Bye, Chrissy.
Yeah, bye, Chrissy.
Later, Chrissy.
So awesome. The queen of the mods, and DA is the king of the mods.
All hail the Chrissy of Old Stones, for she is spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chrissy's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And Nancy T says that she loved meeting you, John, and that you're so freaking cool. That's what she said.
Well,
I only have one regret.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one regret about the con, is that the con was not long enough. And I know I was there for a week, right? but I wish it was just a bit longer so everybody had time to come in before the con actually started to get there, like on a Wednesday or a Thursday or something, be able to get settled, get acclimated and whatnot, and then be kind of refreshed and ready to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or however they wanted to work it. Yeah, I would have liked a bit longer. And I would have liked my body to accept the temperature there so that I could just have the full weekend thing instead of being like total enabled.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing about like just weekend events is that you wish it was longer, like because sometimes it feels like Sunday afternoon almost. It's just your event gets like cut in half because either people have to go home or they're like so tired and all this stuff. So then it's just like why? But I feel like next year it'll be much more smooth and much more planned better, I hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to find somebody to go with me because I'm not gonna drive 22 hours by myself.
Yeah, it's such a long drive. That's why if they do move it all the way out there, I'll be able to go.
I know there was rumors last year that it was supposed to be like for this year it was supposed to be in Vegas, but then at the same time it's just like then they moved it back to Nashville. So why do I feel like they're just gonna move it out to Dallas or something like that? Because it seems like that'll be like a thing. It's like
Oh, I
if they
hope
make
not.
it
You think Nashville's hell in July? Dallas is 10 times worse. I hope they have it in Juneau.
what?
It's not hotter if that's what you mean, but yeah.
Or Nome. Nome would be good.
If they moved it to either Dallas or Las Vegas, I would hope that the event is connected to a hotel so I could live in that hotel and not have to go outside.
That's usually how it is.
Juneau, Alaska.
Yeah, Juneau, Alaska, or anywhere in the South Hemisphere.
No, Alaska.
Well, I like.
He's laughing because he says.
Well, I don't mind going to Denver, because the party can be twice as happy in Denver.
Yeah, it can. It sure can. But you got to be ready for that altitude, though.
It can be in Alaska too.
I don't know about that. I don't feel like flying 20 hours.
Yeah, there's definitely no way I'm getting to Alaska.
Yeah, dude. Go ahead, John. We'll meet you there. I swear we'll meet you in Alaska. Go ahead.
Yeah, you get a head start. We'll catch up with you.
Since my house is going up for sale in like 4 months, I'm actually considering Alaska for where I'm going to move to.
That's a far move. It's like across the
And
country.
I'll never have to deal with this crap again.
But, yeah.
So
well, my coffin is temperature sensitive,
Mm-hmm. DA is asking if everybody's plans on going to Con of Thrones next year. Yes.
I already started my GoFundMe. I started it like the day after I got back, and I had at least 24 hours sleep and enough sense to go, yes, this is happening.
Yeah.
Well, I figure I got enough time I can save up from my meager month, by a little bit a month, and it should be pretty easy to get there for myself. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm planning on going. That's why I was saying I need to find somebody who's like in my area, because I don't want to do that drive all by myself.
Well,
it's damn near a full day.
Send you a handkerchief and some no-dos. That's what the handkerchief is for.
The hanky.
Also, you can always just make a puppet. You'll never be alone, John. That's what I do.
The puppet.
John, your volume was low just now. What did you say?
Oh, I just said, here's the thing. It's like a 22-hour drive from here. So I could either spend 24 hours essentially in a car, stopping when and where I want to, or I could spend 24 hours in airports being told what to do by somebody else.
How does that work?
It's not 20. You wouldn't be in the airport for
the airport 24 hours.
I've never had a good airport experience in my life.
I mean, I tell you what, attitude going into something kind of really
Yeah.
the outcome.
As a well-traveled person, if you go into the airport or any travel situation with a shitty attitude, then you'll have a shitty experience all the way through. No matter how good it is, you'll still find something shitty about it. You know, like I had some major turbulence on the way home, right? From Washington to Edinburgh, to the point where every half an hour, the captain had to turn on the seatbelt sign and tell the staff to sit in their own seats and buckle up. And I'm trying to sleep, right? And I keep waking up because it keeps going off and it keeps going off. And there was one really big lurch where my brain instantly went, yep, I might not actually make it home. But you know what? If I don't, at least I fucking die happy right here. And then I was like, I'm going back to sleep. Fuck it.
Oh, none of that bothers me. It's the airport part. I hate airports.
Well, aye, because there's lots of
If I had
people.
my own private jet, I'd fly through a storm. That'd be fun.
Then just drive or
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
on
That's
the train like a hobo with your stick and your little bandana.
That's why I'm saying I need to find somebody who lives near me who's also going.
Or get a train.
Well, I say take up Craigslist, one of those personal ads. You know what I'm talking about. And you can get somebody to come with you anywhere.
Yeah. Or what is it? Yeah.
I'm just being an asshole. But maybe you can drive 12 hours out of your way and pick me up. That'd work.
Yeah, the Johns on a road trip. That'd be fun. I think Nancy T was saying that it should be in Canada. I was like, yes, especially if it's in Alberta. Then this one part in Alberta, then you can go visit the actual dire wolves because that's where they filmed that's where they get their dire wolves from is in Alberta. That's where
they do it in Idaho.
Idaho. Yeah.
Loads of potatoes. John would love it.
I gotta pop up to work. Have a great day, everybody.
All right, you
leaves on the potato joke.
See you soon, Mr. Baptiste.
And Mackenzie, happy anniversary.
Thank you very much.
Peace, love, and potatoes.
Peace, love, and potatoes. Oh my gosh, a party bus with Nancy T to a con. Oh my gosh.
How much you want to bet there's a party bus that looks like a potato in Idaho?
I mean,
I bet money that exists.
Probably.
Yeah. Is your grass greener than it usually is, Johnny?
Oh, it's some green grass.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Getting back to the con thing. So when did it really sink in for you that you were having to go home, and when did you start ugly crying?
That's a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
So let's start with eeny, meeny, miny, Sasa.
We didn't see that one coming. I knew you were gonna pick Kenzie the whole time.
Yeah, no, it's gonna pick me. Like Saturday night, Sunday. We had to go home because it's like a 12-hour drive. Which I did. I went to the con for like maybe 30 minutes to just pick up some stuff and then left. That Saturday night was after the event at the VFW. After we came back, I was like, that's when I realized pretty much I had to go home. Yeah. And then I was just upset half the time. I was just like, no, I don't want to go. Kind of thing. And yeah, I'll be.
It does make you revert back to a 6 or 7 year old child who's found its deepest, greatest love and then has to be torn away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sweet Robin and that nipple. Got a good photo. Everybody see Sweet Robin at the con? That was a good one.
So Johnny, since you're talking,
no.
when did you start ugly crying?
When did I start crying? I don't know if I really cried, but I was fuming mad I had to leave early. I didn't communicate that well. I thought we were leaving on Monday. And they apparently, my family came with me. They wanted to try and enjoy Nashville. They have a different memory of it because it used to be just a bunch of honky tonks and stuff. It was a lot different than it is now. I know my mother was telling you about it. So I was enjoying the con or whatever, but there was a miscommunication. We had to end up leaving Sunday at noon. I did cry a little bit on the inside. I missed Tony's party. Missed a lot of good stuff. Panels that happened on Sunday, so I was really pretty upset about that. But that will not happen next time. And I'm thinking about going. Don't they have Dragon Con every year in
They
Atlanta?
do.
Okay.
In Atlanta,
Yeah,
yep.
Thinking about going checking that
trying
out.
to hit that next year too.
Yeah, because it's only like an hour and a half from me, so
Nice.
it's pretty good.
Good times.
But, yeah.
Alicia, when did you start ugly crying?
I actually, believe it or not, I didn't ugly cry. I felt like I accomplished all of my goals, and panels that I was on went pretty decently. I got to hang out with all of my friends. I got some weapons. I was cool. I mean, there was a cookout that was gonna happen on Sunday that I did want to go to, but we had several hours on the road, so we had to go. I was sad. I know, sad a little bit, but yeah, I did not cry.
I cried something fierce. I had like a good day solid of just crying, because I think it built up, and I kind of realized, when you realize something that just it's just going to happen, you have no control over it. Timo and Tony were leaving the house, and I hugged Tony, and that was fine. And then I came downstairs to say goodbye to Timo, and the minute I just started hugging Timo, I broke down. I just started crying my nut off. I was like, I don't want her to go. I adore Timo. I had a good time with her, and nursing each other because her knee was buggered and I was buggered just in general. So she's looking after me, I was looking after her. And then I spent most of that day crying because it's I don't want to go home. I don't want to leave these people. I know I'm ill and I'm missing the last day of the con, but oh my god. And the next day or two, I just absolutely heartbroken. I looked a mess in the airport. Oh my god, the state that I was in was not acceptable. I bumped into Tarzan and Val and a few other people, and I had to be right, I just need to go to my gate and sit down because a couple of hours to pass, and as a couple of hours I get to calm down and just
Go
prepare.
pump your Reeboks up. Hit your
What's
Reebok
that?
pumps. Hit your Reebok pumps up and get them nice and tight on your feet so you can do some athletic moves.
I can get on the plane and just be right, I'm going home. Let this sink in.
Yeah, that was the whole experience of meeting someone, meeting a group of people that you talk to is pretty much every day or on a daily basis, and then to just meet them in real life and then only get this short window to spend as much time with them as possible before you have to obviously separate and probably not see each other again for basically a year unless you're lucky.
Can I say something really quick? Because Steve's done this a couple of times. I don't appreciate you spelling my name wrong. I don't know what the E's for. Maybe that's just how with your accent. But you better leave my thoughts out of this conversation.
Johnny!
Oh, yeah, you screaming my name, Steve? Mm-hmm.
Does that mean the full name's Johnny Be Crazy?
With an E, a bunch of E's in the
Add an E everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I just added a BE and then crazy.
Okay, I forgot to ask you, how's Barb doing? In the Upside Down.
Man, look, I tried to talk to her and get her to calm down and just accept that we are here, but she didn't want to listen. She's been running off in the woods being Barb, so I just let her do her thing.
Now Peter Griffin started with the Johnny.
Wait, just a minute. Now, Peter, you're making me think you and Steve are the same person. Don't do stuff like that. See, look at there. Hey, hold on. Is this a double account? I'm just joking.
Yeah, we got but the whole thing with like the whole process of not the con, or not the process of the con, but like the con in general was just you get to meet people that you've known for however long and get to meet them in person. It's just a strange experience because and then especially when it's that short window, and then you're like, no, I don't want to go. Like, I don't want to be like separated from these people because you care about them a lot.
That's what you tell us anyway.
Hey, it's true. Yeah, but like the con is just it's an experience that everybody should do at least once. And, like whatever.
Absolutely.
And it's getting to meet people, and it's not one of those things where it's like you're on certain, like there's not really as many levels as there usually, like there can be perception of this person is better, like the perception levels. It's like everybody's on the same level. No one really like cares about anything if there's anything from the past or whatever. It doesn't matter because you're all there celebrating this one thing. And I feel like, I don't know if any of you experience the same thing, but if we ever got into conversation about the show, it was never something that was negative that happened with like the show, regardless if you liked the ending or not. It was just coming together to celebrate the end of the show, but not the end of like the story as it's presented. It was always a calm but exciting time. It wasn't like anything that was like, oh, blah blah blah, like a downer on like the show. It was just always seemed to be celebrated instead, which
that is a good point.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katrin C lives in Kattegat. Suntavia, you are amazing. It was awesome to be able to share. You know, someone gives a shit enough about me to care what I post on social media. So big hearts.
Yeah, the whole con experience, and then there was the guy that dressed up as George R. R. Martin, and if you were at a slight distance from him, you would think that it was actually George. And I know Johnny has a picture of it on his Facebook, of the George, a person who just the George cosplay, which his outfit was so funny because it was the book finished, or is the book finished? And then he had a flap on his shirt, and he had a not today shirt underneath. Like that was just that one got me. Because I think Johnny and I had met him the day before, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be in a George cosplay," because he had the same hat that George wears all the time.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's pretty spot on there. That bastard.
Yeah, that was awesome.
George was just trolling us the whole time. That was really him.
George cosplayed himself.
Yeah. Made it look just enough not like him to make us not believe or pay too much attention. I'm gonna get these guys.
Yeah. And another person who was very elusive but did a great job on their costume, Terry T. I know she's not in the chat.
Oh man, see when Terry T came up to us, right?
Hey, there's Sweet
I
Robin.
totally missed that. Damn.
She was like, hey Lauren, how's it going? And I had Tony and that with me, and we were just looking at her going hi, and she was like, it's Terry T, and then instantly all of us were like, oh my god! And then she got insta hugs. It's because she was wearing like the face mask and everything.
The Kuwait costume. Man.
Oh my god, that costume was amazing.
There you go.
I missed her.
There it is. If y'all can see it.
Here.
Can y'all see it?
There you go.
She also bought me a taco bowl that I sadly didn't get to eat because I wasn't well. So I apologize to Terry T right now for not finishing or eating much of that taco bowl. You were trying to help.
Bye, Nancy T. Thank you for everything.
See you later, Nancy.
Bye, Nancy.
Love you, Nancy. Mother of blankets.
Yeah, that was.
Bringer of Chex Mix.
Yeah, Terry T. Yeah, she was dressed as Kuwait, and when we had our first interaction with her, it was funny because she went up to Johnny and was like, "Johnny, be crazy," and then she said something about the call, and I can't remember exactly what it was. And we were all.
I didn't think to read her name tag. I just I got lost in Quay's eyes, and I thought she was gonna tell me some kind of riddle, and it was probably the most memorable meeting I've had in a long time. I have to say that, Terry T, for sure. She got me. She got everybody.
Nice. You know, I did get to meet Dornish Wench, and she was awesome to chat with too.
Yeah,
I didn't get to meet so many people. It sucked.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I know Otila was there. I didn't get to meet her, sadly. Otila Angel was there. So many different people were there. It was hard to miss because you'd miss somebody at one point. If you weren't like diligent enough, it was crazy. But now that we have like kind of a lull in the thing, can you guys come up with a question for the chat? Because I have something to get. Although this is my birthday-ish celebration thing for
Birthday.
the channel, not for my
Anniversary.
She's trying to get more gifts.
I'm not trying to get more gifts. I'm trying to give a gift, so to speak. So, because I had bought these, I was originally going to give them away at con, but then I forgot them at home. And it is Game of Thrones Stark. They're basically wall mounts you can put on your thing. So there's a Stark one and a Targaryen one. So I wanted to give at least 2 away because I have something to put in the mail. So I was like, might as well do this because it's a giveaway. Also because it's 1 year and close to 400. As close as I can get.
Bubba Lusty's in the chat.
Bubba
Lusty.
Oh yes, I got to meet Bubba Husky. We had a few drinks. Bubba was awesome. He's one of the first people I hugged after the YouTuber panel.
I bet you didn't hug him when he was dripping with sweat. I got you on that one.
No, I did not.
I got to mingle with his DNA. It was fantastic.
Yeah, Bubba.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting weird.
Yeah.
You're really getting weird now. So I have a question for the chat if we're doing this whole giveaway thing.
Do you want to do it now or we can do it in a few minutes?
I just put one in our side chat too.
Cool. So I have one I can do just now if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so chat. I want you to give me the answer to this. And it's probably 2 answers to this, but I think you'll know what the right one is. In the books, we have the wall in the north, but what wall in history is it inspired by?
Oh, that should be an
I
easy
almost said the answer.
That should be an easy one, guys. Who's going to get it first?
What wall in history is the wall in A Song of Ice and Fire inspired by? I'm sure one of you will get it.
Yep, there it is. Linda Smith's got it.
Yep.
Yeah, I see Linda Smith as well.
So let me know if you want.
But I would also have accepted Antonine's wall because they're both essentially the same thing. And I think the wall is actually a mingle of the two. But I still want to say it's Antonine's wall. But Hadrian's wall is still a valid answer. So yes, Linda Smith. Cha-ching, you've won.
Well done, my lady.
So let me know if you want Stark or Targaryen and private message me or I know about that. You can
Congratulations, Linda.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't Linda get the book as well?
She did. She won the book that Bobby had made. She won the book.
Linda, put what choice you want into the chat so we know what one is left. So she wants the Stark one. So
Bubba Husky, that is uncalled for, sir.
Yeah, let's retract that. Retract that statement. We don't need that person's name in our chat. Better than that.
Bubba. I know Bubba's just trolling, but it's just anyway. So yeah, I'll put that down. I have that separated now from the two. So yeah.
See, now I want to see if Linda's going to go for the trifecta if she can answer this next question.
Oh, snap. You got a good one too, AK.
Let's find out. Okay, so in the story, who was known as the Old Wolf of the North? And this technically should be an easy one too, if you guys know your Northern history.
I just know all them Northerners are savages. That's all I know.
They were, man, old school starts. They were some badasses, man.
Let's see if they'll.
It kind of had to be.
He's one of my favorites.
I love
He
Steve.
already said old man.
Old man.
Oh, nah.
Oh, there it is. Trifecta.
Damn. Oh my god.
Nice.
Linda
Oh,
Smith
Linda.
did all of the stuff.
Oh, the
We
thing.
must not be teaching y'all well enough in the chat. We're gonna have to get up our game to teach y'all better.
Start a history
Know your
lesson.
Stark history, people. Get to know your Stark history. The old Starks, dude, they were some fucking badasses. Cregan, Torrin, even though he's labeled as, you know, the guy that bent the knee. No, he was awesome in his own right, as was the Hungry Wolf, Theon Stark. You guys, read up your history.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve York and Catelyn Stark is known as the mangy kitty. Get it right.
That would be Catelyn Tully.
Oh
Look
yeah,
at
there you go. Sorry, let's not put
Yeah.
that on.
Remember the
You mean
great
the fishy cat?
the great debate that was Catelyn Stark best mother or bestest mother on Johnny's channel. Linda, I'll put something extra for you with that because I'll get something small with that so we can also have some videos get this as well because you know sharing is caring and you know me and my Canadian. So.
I got a good question. This is a book question though. This is gonna be semi-tough. But who in the books has the Hound's helm right now?
Ah, that is a good one. That is a good one.
And I'm gonna type in the side chat to make sure I got the answer right.
I won't remember the answer. I'll have to look it up.
Is it him?
I don't know. Maybe.
Let me look.
When Brienne
Look that one up.
What book?
feast after
There you go. I think Bubba has. I don't know.
no, that's not right. He don't got it no more.
Hear my typing.
I think we may have a winner, but double check that. But I think that's the answer I got, Steve. But we'll double check that.
He said he's putting in a answer. It doesn't have to be him though. It's,
Well, I just give her. I don't know. We'll have to see what it is. But,
I think it's the one that someone's put in the chat already. Because that's what I'm getting when I look it up.
which one?
R.
Roars?
Yeah.
I
I'm
wonder
pretty
how-
I'm pretty sure it was Rorge.
George? I don't know.
Lim has it at one point. In here.
Linda says that Rouge is, or Raj, whatever.
Because after
George.
after
Biter?
Brienne, like they both died. Brienne killed Roars and Biter got killed by Gendry. And then Lemoncloak has the Hound's helm and he keeps taking shit for it because he has the helm on when Brienne comes out of one of her sleeps and she thinks she's seeing the Hound but realizes it's not him. He has a broken nose and messed up yellow cloak.
I don't know.
Is it really wrong on the Wiki of Ice and Fire?
That's what it's like. Because if you look up who
If you
has.
search who wore the Hound's helm, Rorge is the first thing that comes up. I don't even
Yes.
see about Lemoncloak.
but he loses it, and Lim has it now. I can give you the exact page number. Hold on.
Now we're just going over who has what now. Who has it?
Just found it. Just found it. Yep. That is accurate information. It is the Lemon Cloak.
The Lemon Cloak. So we'll have to.
So who had Lemon Cloak first?
Steve York.
Steve had it.
But he said he says so you don't have. I'll put in silly answers. So I don't have to ship
That was
it.
a tough one though.
But Steve.
We can do another one. Steve York lives on the other side of the world, and he wouldn't accept anything anyway. So now we just have to do a special stream of the topic for him. I'm thinking Area 51, and how many cows does it take?
Yeah. How many times?
I'm going to fight some alien cheeks.
Steve, you can message me, and then we'll do another stream like this, and we'll for a topic. A random topic.
All right, so give them a show, give them an easy one. I guess we're trying to get too obscure here. I was getting too clever for my own good.
Well, we can think about one later, and we can do this one like near the end. We can just think of like an easier one. So.
Well, I mean, you can. That's up to you. That's your show. Whatever you want.
Yeah, we can do one later, just in case someone. Yeah, we'll do it in like half 20 minutes. Like I'll think on it and we'll continue on.
Bubba Husky is mad at Dunkin' Donuts, but I do have to regretfully say.
What happened at Dunkin' Donuts?
I don't know. Bubba's mad at him. Why?
Oh, there was because he wanted to go to Dunkin' Donuts and want just an egg. So then it'd be like Dunk in egg.
Oh.
That's why he was angry at him.
Really quick though, I'm gonna have to run. But I've had a blast and happy YouTube anniversary, aka Sasa. I don't know. I didn't even say MackenzieLBurns. I just said AKA. And much love to everyone in the chat. I'm sorry I got to run. As they said, they're cutting down the forest around my house, so got some things happening up in here. But yeah. I feel like I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat, but I'll just say I just did. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Much love, my friends, and I will see y'all very soon. Hit me up, and boom goes the dynamite.
Tell Johnny.
Bye. See you very, very soon. But yeah, so anybody, do you have a question? In the chat. Everybody's saying bye, champ. Later, bro. Bye-bye. Yeah, the one, I guess you could say like the one thing, for me, the one thing that I wish I happened at con, which didn't, was I didn't go to a single panel the entire weekend. I didn't go to one at all. And I kick myself for that. I didn't go to one the entire weekend, and it pisses me off. I wish I did, but I didn't. I'm trying to remember what panel I wanted to go to. Like I felt like we would have probably went to the YouTube panel, but we really got caught up in stuff like behind the scenes because we were I think having food or something when it was going on by accident. So what was one thing, or if you went, I know you both went to a panel, but what was a panel that you wish you would have went to if you didn't get to go to the one?
I wish I'd got to the YouTuber panel a bit earlier.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think I've wanted to see a bit more of Tony's panels and some way JR and whatnot, but I actually am very glad that Tony got to pull me on to one of his panels, so that was a nice treat.
Yeah, I don't know. There were several panels going on. I'm not sure I can remember enough of them to say which one I wish I would have gone to. I don't know, and that's not a very good answer. I'm sorry. Don't
worry about it. Yeah, Hey, yeah, it happens. But like Lady H is asking where Gemma, Helen, and Gray are. I don't know, but I got to meet all of them. They were all very sweet. Like Helen and like, yeah. When I got to meet, it was interesting with like Gemma and like meeting them because it's like you think. Because I initially thought, like, especially meeting Gray and Gemma, that I have this weird like not freak out, but like not like that weird like fanish moment where it's like because they are like big people in the community, I'm like the fish in the small pond, that like something would happen. But they're all really nice and down to earth, and especially because I met Gemma and Robert at the same time, and Robert is just ever so taller than John St. Baptiste. And I thought John was very tall. And then for Robert to be just like that extra bit taller, I was like, what is going on here?
There were so many people that I thought were freaking giants when I got there. I was like, wait a minute, why are all of you fucking tall as hell? Like Gray, Robert, JR is a tall person too. Quinn. Fucking Quinn's a damn tree.
And my laugh indicates that it's completely accurate.
Yeah. So, yeah, like everybody was either much taller or much shorter than you like expect, and especially I feel like Robert, he got a lot of "you're much taller than I expected." It's probably
because we always see him sitting down.
Yeah, and it's because his angle is much like makes him look shorter, I think.
Okay. So the tall thing was there for me, but I also noticed how broad and kind of like well built he was, mostly because of the height that I am against him. So I went to hug him and I was like, yeah, you're a bit more meater than I thought you would be. And like not in a bad way either. Like, to be fair, in person, Robert is quite attractive. I'm just put that out there.
I can say that. He's a handsome dude, for sure.
And like Gray was everything, just everything I expected and needed at that time in the Crying Wolf.
She would be exactly who you think she would be. I love that woman. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's basically exactly like what you see in like live chats or in her videos, even though it's just mostly her voice. She's
the vibe you get from her is exactly who she is in person, and I love it.
Absolutely love, adore her. That's probably another sister that I've gained.
Yeah, her and her sister were there. They're both cool.
And getting to like vlog with her for like a little while, just randomly. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's like with going to a convention that has predominantly a lot of people who create content, whatever they do. It's just interesting to see them like without usually like a camera or a microphone like near them, and it's just like them, like who they are. Because I know in the convention there was like basically 2 areas where you'd find people. You'd either find them, or 3, you'd find them on a panel, in the marketplace, or in the smoking area. That's aka outside. That's where you'd find most people, and that's where a lot of people would get mixed up. It's like, where are you? I'm this place. Oh, really? Because I'm over here. Like, I know, like, a lot of that happens. And I know some people like Gemma and I think Gray as well, they couldn't find some of their panelists because when they would go outside, and they'd be like, where did you see this person? I'm like, we don't know. Like, I did, but that was like 20 minutes ago, because you'd get lost. Like, as much as Music City Center was great, it was very big.
It was huge. Especially
that one hallway that me and Lauren met Johnny in. It was such a long hallway. It's just like, why is it so long? Like, that one specific area could have been where the con was held.
If you wanted exercise, that place was the best for it. Like unintentional exercise, just walking back and forth trying to find a drink, or up and down the stairs, or trying to find where the fucking smoking area was, or like all those different things. It was massive.
Yeah. But yeah, because it's like that. Because you had everything in the marketplace, but then if you wanted a different drink or a drink that was less expensive, you have to like go basically around the block to try and get another drink, which was.
I will say though, like most of our activities and everything that we need to do was all within like a 5 or 6 block radius. Like we really didn't have to go far to find anything.
No. Yeah, it wasn't very far. All like for a
Which
lot
was a
of
plus, is that heat sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Even just walking like from the parking lot across the street to the building, it was exhausting because of the heat.
Steve York, Lauren's Corner, your great area impression is scarily uncanny. Yes, it is awesome.
I gotta go back and watch that video. I think I missed it, or I just wasn't paying attention enough when I was watching.
Yeah, there's.
I can try to do it now, actually. Hello, my sweet summer children. I'm back to give you the juice to get you through the long night. Something like that. I've got a Snapchat video with it. It's much better.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the con was like so fun. Yeah, there.
I gotta get my pictures together. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kenzie.
No, it's okay. Yeah, the con, for all that it was like crazy because you wouldn't try to figure out where people were half the time and what people were doing, and then you're just sitting there. You're just like, or you miss people, like, because if you show up late or you had problems like trying to find certain spots, you would miss people, and that was what kind of happened with us. Is like you'd miss people or they'd be doing something and you'd see them like later. I know for me and the whole thing, we missed the Ride the Dragon challenge because we had a stream, which I think Johnny is doing he's trying to make it all nice on Cylon Johns when that was going on. So we had missed the Ride the Dragon challenge, but it was funny because we got Bubba Husky on the channel, and that was like really fun because Bubba normally isn't on many live streams, so he was on with us, and it was very funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Bubba is pretty much exactly like his avatar. I don't know if I missed a question or not in the chat, but if you have questions, let me know. And such. Let's see. We have what? Oh yeah. I know, Lauren, you weren't able to do much of the con, but what was like one thing that, or what was like one person that you didn't get to meet that you wish you did?
Alt fucking Shift X. I wanted to see what that guy looked like, right? And Kev from Bridge 4. Now he thinks I've met him, and it probably wasn't a Wild Beaver bar, but A, I probably wasn't paying attention. 2, I was overheated and whatever else was going on at the time. So Kev and Alt Shift X, right? If I knew Alt Shift X was there, I would have kept my fucking myself out of bed to go to that party. Even though I couldn't get down the fucking stairs because my brain was just like, go back to bed. And then I find out Alt Shift X is at that party, and it's just like, what? But I got to find the mythology of like who he is and like facial features and personal. Like, it was brilliant. It was good to hear about that. But maybe next year.
Very down to earth. Good to chat with.
Okay. I know you met a lot of people, so I'll be surprised if you missed one person.
Well, I missed Terry T. I didn't know she was there. I didn't know Attila was there. Who else? Let's see. I think I caught pretty much all of the YouTubers that were there. Met a few people from the chats. It's so weird to me, anyways, to have people that like recognize you from doing videos and what, and like, oh, I'm this and this from the chat. I'm so glad to meet you. I was like, word? Yeah. Me? Why? You know, it was a bit of a surreal experience whenever I met any of my subs, and I'm glad they enjoy the content though.
Yeah, the one person for me that I wish now that going back that I actually said hi to them because I saw them was Blind Wave. I don't know if
Oh
you
yes, that's right. There's another one, right?
Who's that?
Because they were in the YouTube panel, and I saw them before they left, and I think I was tapping somebody. I was like, "Isn't that the thingamabob guys? Oh my god, why can't I remember the username right now?" And I was almost about to go over, and then I got distracted by something else. But I was like, that's them dudes.
Yeah.
I thought my eyes were deceiving me when I saw the big guy with like the ginger hair and the beard.
Yeah.
And then I saw the other lot, and I was like, "Holy shit! Is this the level that this whole thing is on? That even Blind Wave are here?
Yeah.
Like all the usual faces, cool, but fucking Blind Wave.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay,
Yeah,
that's my rant.
I don't think I know who they
Blind
are.
Wave, they're a now 5-person usually, with additionals like other people. Reaction channel. They're 5 guys.
Okay.
They 2 of them have been friends since elementary school. 2 sets of them have been friends since like elementary school, high school, and then one of them they knew through. One of them is their brother-in-law, so like they have on that as well. So like I first started watching them when they did Game of Thrones catch-up reactions for one of them, like Calvin. There was a catch-up reaction up until end of season 5, and he was waiting for season 6. So like he had like a 2-week break. He kind of did what Abby did from Drinks and News, where he like caught up all the way to the current season, and then they did reactions since. And then I think for season 8 they did one with another of the people on their channel. They did react to the entire season, but they used the person that they caught up with first as their guide through Game of Thrones. It's actually really fun. They do a whole bunch of different ones. I think they have, as of now, 420,000 plus subscribers. So they're like crazy. As well, some of the normies was there as well.
Yeah, I did see some of the normies.
Yeah, so they were there as well. I was surprised. I was like, because they didn't publicize, I think that they were going. So it was just like, because you'd go around the corner and you're like, hold on a second. That's what happened with me. I think I went around the corner and I was like, hold on a second. That's the crew from Blind Wave. And then you see the odd person from the normie show up, and then you're like, wait, hold on a second. But that's interesting that they went to the YouTube panel and like sat in the audience. It's almost like they should have been on like the stage with the YouTube panel. If they go next year, wherever it is, if they go next year, they have to be invited to the YouTube panel because they have some serious, probably wealth of knowledge on reaction series. Because not many of us in the Game of Thrones community do many reactions to things, so
That's true.
maybe they'd be very well versed in that because they have like a whole team behind them now.
That's cool.
You have Robert with the tacos. I believe he did. I obviously didn't see it, but I think he did have tacos. The VFW, I know Lauren, I don't think you were able to go to that, but the VFW was very fun. Getting to like again meet a whole bunch of people, and getting to interact with a lot of people. Like that's where I met Erin, Vicaria or Bravosi podcast. She was so sick. She was much cooler than I expected.
Erin. Boo.
And then I met we met Liz there as well. Liz was so fun. Liz Kopic, she was very fun. Yeah, the whole all the events that we attended were very well like done. I wish there was like more, and I know Justin. I think Justin said this on Johnny's channel, but he was thinking instead of it being like only 50 minutes or whatever for the YouTube meet and greet YouTube panel thing, that it should be like a more significant chunk of time, like instead of just 50 minutes be like like a 3 50-minute chunks, or whatever, because that's what most people usually like. Yes, they come to the con for panels and such, but most people just want to meet the people that create the content. And there's just so many panels. Like a lot of the Sunday, I feel like not, although it wasn't there, but I feel like a lot of the Sunday panels, there was maybe less attendance than there was probably on like Friday and Saturday, because a lot of people were leaving and such. But I could be wrong because I wasn't there. But yeah, I don't know.
So what, try and give away that other placard, or do you want to leave it for another stream?
Well, we can do it now. So this is for this one, which is House Targaryen, and it has a wall mount, or you can wear it. Oh yeah, you can also wear it as a mask. That's the thing for both of them. You can have it as a thing for your wall, or you can put it on your face for cosplay. So
random, very random.
Yeah, I thought my mom was like, she found these and she was like, you should use that for like for a giveaway. I was like, okay, because she saw them at the store. I was like, all right. So, what kind of question do you want to do? Do you want to do a book question, a TV show question?
I don't know. I'll have to think of one.
Oh, well, think of it. Steork has the question of what was John drinking before the con live stream? Oh, for Cylon Johns? Oh, I can't even remember.
Some good whiskey.
Probably something great.
Yeah, he had whiskey before, but the drink I think that he was having on the live stream was gin and tonic. I think that's what he was drinking like right before we were on for Cylon Johns. I think that's what it was. Yeah. John. Oh my gosh, that was fun. Yeah. Crowley. People were like, it's Crowley. And if you've seen it, I think it's on Johnny's Facebook, where I might have posted it, but it's John on the Iron Throne. Like Crowley.
Oh man, that's such a good picture as well. We're just kind of just relaxing on it, like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna take a nap.
Because I made because of John at Ice and Fire Con, I had made there was a picture. I don't know if it was AK that took it, but it was him at Ice and Fire Con asleep on a bench.
No, that wasn't me. It was I think T Baby took that with a couple people who were standing behind him, just being goofballs.
There was another one with it, just him on a bench. I can't remember what it was though.
That's the one I shared in our Hangout chat. I
think. Yeah. So I photoshopped John on the Iron Throne. So he was like, you had to have an updated version. So that's why I make that one a very fun one. But yeah, so
I've got an actor question. If you want to do that, I don't have a specific book question. And this one actually might be hard because I don't think a lot of people. No, maybe I shouldn't do that one. A lot of people might not get it.
Okay.
I'll toss it out anyway. And if we need to pick another one,
I've got a simple one. I don't know if it's actually a simple one, but no, go ahead, AK. Mine's complicated.
All right. So, the actor that plays Grey Worm also has done a voice acting position for a BBC book series. What character did he voice? And that's the hint. That's the only hint you'll get, is that it was for BBC.
I don't even know if I would know that answer.
I don't even think I know that answer.
Watch, the York will probably get it, and then you'll be like, you don't need to send it to me.
That's funny, Steve, but no, that is not the character's name.
Yeah,
actually, I think we talked about it in one of our recent panels, actually. But Lauren, put your question up because I don't think anyone's gonna get it.
No, they're probably Googling it right there.
Whoever Googles the quickest.
Oh no.
Okay, Steve, calm yourself.
It has nothing to do with dicks.
Slow it down, okay.
Your obsession.
Anyway, damn it, Steve, you've distracted me.
Teletubbies, Lady H in the North.
Fucking just Thomas the Dickless Strat engine. Fine. Come on, man.
Oh man.
Did you forget
the
the
actor?
question, Lauren?
What's that?
Oh, I was asking if you forgot your question.
Sort of, yes.
It's okay.
Damn it, Steve.
He's like the mind tricks, mind games.
He's running distraction pretty well right now.
Oh no. He's just gonna keep going now.
Okay, I'm just covering up the chat now with the Hangout window. Aha! Problem solved. What is the nickname for the hound? What's the other nickname for the hound? What is the other nickname for the hound?
See if they get this one.
I think I know that one, but I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. Should have thought of that first. And then this is a book question.
Santiva Major with the win.
Lady H, that's what I thought it was first, too.
So Santiva Major.
It was indeed the Gravedigger.
It's a House Targaryen sigil thing. And this also has a book, I think, too, as well. There's like information about House Targaryen in this as well. I think it's all modern Targaryens, but like not like Aegon and all this other stuff. Like I think it's probably Aerys and Rhaella down to Dany.
And well done, Santavia.
So yeah, message me on Twitter or on Facebook, and I'll get that out to you probably this week because I have to send something else out in the mail. So yeah, I'll get that sent out as well. So yeah. Any other things for? I don't know if there's any more thoughts or questions. I know there was a question that OTDA had a while ago, but it was like preferable videos that I don't know if it was me that made it or just like you, like if it was a panel question, but it was like, what do you like to make video wise? And I think I answered it as reactions and then live streams. But Lauren, I know you kind of have maybe an answer for this, but what do you think?
I make whatever the fuck I want to make, whatever I feel like, you know.
But what do you like to do more? That's, I think, the question. Was the question.
Out of all of them, I mean, whatever the fuck I like tends to kind of cover everything, you know, and it's also one thing at the same time. It's singular and plural. But no, cutting shit, like I really do enjoy making like book reviews. They're challenging for me because I have to sit and actually read the books, and often that's a long process. I think the other thing that I like is finding inspiration with other people's videos, especially when it came to Game of Thrones, and that triggering some sort of light bulb for me, and opening up another possible avenue of theory, or just a bit of fun, really hardcore tinfoil theory. I think that's really fun to explore, especially when your theories start kind of aligning with your evidence that you find in research. Like that's cool. But yeah, I like doing those videos. Those are the best.
Nice. See, the answer to the Grey Worm question was Fat Charlie. And it was for the BBC radio production of Neil Gaiman's Anansi Boys.
Oh.
Anansi Boys.
Yes.
The Anansi Boys. The way you said it sounded slightly different. Or maybe it was just my brain.
Not sure why.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. But I think for the year that I've had on, I know this is like probably the year thing. I'm trying to remember exactly like when I had interactions with the both, like when I first like met, quote unquote, you two, because it's like a blur almost like this year. Like a complete
It's almost
blur.
like you don't need to remember. It's just like it's a happy past memory that's now blurred over by more and more other happy memories and some weird shit in the middle, because that has to happen to further the story. And then even more and more climaxes of awesomeness like the con, and then we're here. I mean, I can't remember the other week there, so there's no chance of remembering how I met you, Alicia, or Johnny, or Baptiste. Like, that's all a blur. Like, I'm assuming it's the same for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I like sat and thought about stuff, then yeah, I could probably answer questions on how I met folks. But for the most part, I'm just glad to have met everyone.
Hell
yeah.
I feel like though I met Lauren, I think I met you probably through like either something related, probably will go back to something related with Johnny, because you know, that whole situation, probably, maybe like that whole because he was like live streams or something like that where that happened. And then I feel like it's something like along those lines of like it was like a live stream thing, like chat probably with like it's so weird when you like think about it. It's like it's been a way that you like know somebody and then you're just like, oh, I just know them. It's like not just something like they come into your life or something like that. But we've been going for about 2 hours now, so if there's any final questions, I can kind of explain what's coming up for the channel and all that stuff in a bit. But
yeah, I gotta get back and catch up on the episode I missed of The Boys.
Yeah.
Streams again.
Yeah, Lauren.
Yeah, once you watch that episode with The Boys, number 3, everything else will make sense, because all the questions you were asking me earlier, I was streaming The Boys like live reaction because why not? But yeah, like I'm out of thoughts and questions and stuff, and I'm happy that I got to meet you all and actually person and like super huggies and just, you know, ride the euphoria wave that was Corner of Thrones. And also happy anniversary of your channel, Sasa.
Yes.
It's been a hell of a ride.
Yes,
indeed, and there will be many more anniversaries, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm close. I'm getting close to 400, which I'm
nice.
trying to deal with. Yeah, it's been a tough spot. I've been kind of like at the same relative spot for a while, so I'm just gonna see if I push through that. But yeah, we're gonna deal some. We have some stuff in the works for the channel, and it's Clarissa who was on the channel. She was on for.
Where have you been? You're late. We're almost done.
Yeah. Well,
Hi,
for
Clarissa.
Clarissa's like it's like 1 o'clock for Clarissa right now. So I forgive you, Clarissa. It's fine. We were up. We were on Cylon Johns last night, so it's been fun.
Oh, this is true.
So, what do you have both going on your channel, and then I'll ramble about my own for like afterwards.
I don't have too much else going on. I'm trying to, yawning. Put all the stuff I got for the con together for a video, but I'm not great at editing, so it's probably going to take me a bit. Besides that, I'll probably be getting back to live reacting to Pose this week. I think there's 1 or 2 more episodes in the season, if I remember correctly. Maybe doing some other random stuff with other folks' channels, and I'm always in the chat room. So that's about it for right now.
Yeah, I don't have much going on. It's a kind of, I'm just doing it because I want to do it type thing just now, and yeah, just streaming the boys, and I might post the odd video, but for now it's reading Jane Austen novels until my eyes fall out. And hello, Clarissa, you beautiful lady with your beautiful
There
glasses.
she is.
Woo!
Hi, sorry I'm so late. Oh my gosh, it's the same girls panel we had
I know.
before. Hi everybody.
No, you're right. Back together once again.
Woo,
No,
band's back together.
We'll have to do it again, and like that one time, we'll have to do just we have to do like an all ladies panel series.
like go to Bandcamp and have like a ginger ale extra chat.
Yeah.
Like AQ session, like I'll have a mashup channel, like nooners of ginger ale extra AQ, like just on like
That's extra in itself.
Yeah, we'd have like our own like,
Revenge of the Jills,
yeah.
fracking awesome.
Yeah, we'll like do something.
Fracking awesome. That's so good.
Yeah, we'll have to pick up we'll have to do that. We'll have to plan that like at least like once a month where we do like just an all ladies stream. And I'm still trying to convince everybody. I'm still trying to convince Johnny and John to get all of John named people together on a live stream just because
Oh my gosh.
hilarious.
That'll be so good.
Because you got so many John. There's like so many Johns just in the community. You can probably make up a 5 or 6 person panel just named John. It's like, yeah. So we'll have to just convince Johnny to get that. And John,
we could call that To Infinity and To the Johns.
To infinity of the Johns.
And
Yeah,
To the Johns.
yeah, we'll have to get that going as well. So make sure to tweet them about that because that'll be just
For sure.
and about that. But
Just trying to get my laptop so I can say hi to everybody in the chat. Hi everybody in the chat. I don't see what you're saying yet, but I will in a minute.
yeah, they're just saying like it's being like a little slow right now, but it's fine. For me on the channel coming up, it's not nothing too crazy and too insane. I will probably be going back to doing videos more often. On Monday, I will be I had to take the last week because I filming conflicts, but I will be doing a Melisandre inspired makeup tutorial for my women in Westeros makeup thing. So I'll be doing that coming very, very soon. Because that was what the comments were suggesting I do. And then after that will be the next week after will be Patreon chosen. So I might as well shout those lovely people who support me on Patreon. We have Bobby Catalano, Catherine Harding, Nancy T, Dark Mother, who was in here earlier, and Katrin C. They support the channel. It's awesome that people want to support my channel and try and engage with me that way. It's amazing support that I get from there. They help me and encourage me a lot. So if you want to, not saying you have to, but if you want to, the link for the Patreon is in the description. It's just you get to vote on extra stuff, get exclusive content, exclusive access to content early. Like my Sansa makeup video, that was the entire time I was at con, that was like an exclusive one because I was going to release it before con, but time got away from me, so you had the opportunity to watch it for a while longer. But yeah, we have all the stuff with the Patreon. I'm going to get more scheduled. We have the live streams on Wednesday nights, which are awesome. Stranger Things. We'll be doing, I figured out the math. We're going to be doing Stranger Things until September. So buckle up, friends. And if you haven't watched Stranger Things, just do it. We did an entire episode club series about that. And once mid-August hits, we'll have to pick a new series. So let me know about that, what you want us to cover, because the episode club it's an inclusive series. So
it's true. I've been talking to Lauren a bit about my recent obsession with Outlander. So,
It's an obsession.
That's a good show. I still haven't been able to catch it yet, though.
yeah. But
to anyone who is a fan, I've become an obsessinac.
Oh, that's good.
So funny. I heard that
I'm
term and I'm
clapping
like,
in a
so
total
useful.
Scottish approval with the use of both words, obsessed knack. Yes, you are, honey. Yes, you
I have
are.
to
Live your
say,
dream.
I'm not original in that. It was quoted in a fan group and I stole it. I will admit to that. But I'm totally qualified. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed. I've even got a Jamie Fraser apron.
Well, listen. Right. So I happened at the con to talk to someone, and she was talking to me about Outlander, and I called her a Sassenach, and she was like, you know how it's kind of meant to be like a slur as well as like a kind of nickname for an outsider?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she was over the moon that a genuine Scottish person called her a Sassenach. Like, just fantastic. And then I used the Glaswegian version, which is Chukta. So Chukta means also means outsider, or you're not from Glasgow, you're not from this area, blah blah blah. Sassenach is more in reference to like the English and whatnot. But yeah, she was so like I've never seen someone so happy about an insult. You know,
That's funny.
I think I also used your sweet summer Sassenach once or twice too.
Sweet summer Sassenach. That's good. I have to admit, I've even gone so far as to get a keychain that says Dinnefash Sassenach.
Dinnefash Sassenach.
Which means don't worry. So, because I worry a lot about things, and I was like, I need to not worry about things. Dinnefash, Clarissa.
Bubba Husky's asking where you came from, Clarissa.
Where did I come from? My mother.
Out of nowhere, Clarissa with the KO.
That's where I came from. Where's my family heritage? I'm a full half English, and I am partially Scottish and much more Irish than I realized until I started doing my family tree, and I realized how many Irish people I come from. A lot. So I'm pretty much white.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
Yeah, that may be a series that we like cover on.
Well, the white series with Clarissa Thompson.
No, it's not. I was looking at
That's what I thought she was talking about.
See, I make you all laugh. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh my god.
No, I meant because I was looking at the chat and I was thinking out loud, but it was like Outlander. Because I was looking at what Linda Smith was saying about Outlander. That may be a thing that we cover on the channel at one point.
Yeah, you need to create a lot of space for just that series in itself.
Yeah,
and like there's a whole series of books as well that go way past the TV show, obviously. But the series as itself is its own like YouTube channel. Like it's everything. Like, and there's a lot of controversial topics in there. I mean, you think you've talked about some shit about Game of Thrones, but Outlander will take it to other levels. You will be disturbed and turned on at the same time, and you will have no control over anything.
You just described that perfectly. I just finished watching season 1 again, and anybody who's seen the series knows how the episode Wentworth Prison and believe it's Cost of a Man's Soul. Those 2 episodes are just like they rip your heart out, and it's a horribly impossible situation. I don't want to get into more than that, but they definitely tackle some pretty heavy stuff on this series, and it's historical fiction combined with some fantasy, which is
like
good.
Diana Gabaldon, who wrote the books, has like 6 or 7 different degrees at this point officially, just in researching for writing these books, because she wanted them to be somewhat like accurate, but also have that spin of fantasy, and it crosses into many different genres, and it travels across many different continents as well. So yeah, I think we're done selling everybody on the idea of watching Outlander. Everyone now just has to go do it. There is no option. One must see this thing, and you'll get even more Scottish by the second, and you'll be like, why am I not living there? Look, she's got the books.
Yeah, I have a friend who said, I'll lend you all the books. I was like, awesome, dude. Thank you. So I'm on book 1. There's 8 books, and there's something like 5 addendum novelettes and like side stories and things.
Oh, with Lord John Grey. Patrick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And anybody who's wondering, George R.R. Martin has been a proofreader for many of her books.
Nice.
She runs them by him because they're quite good friends, apparently. So she runs in some pretty literary circles, that lady. People who are interested in history.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to figure something out with that, because I feel like, because I think there's at least, because I saw on a website, I think there's at least 2 more seasons of that show going on.
Well, there's 8 books, and they're on they just finished season 4, and they've been confirmed on Stars for seasons 5 and 6.
They also filmed Outlander at my uni. They filmed it on the grounds at Stirling University, which is a cool fact. And Sam Heughan just got a doctorate from the University of Stirling. And then a week later, that bastard went to the University of Glasgow and got another honorary degree, as well as now we have to call him Dr. Sam Heughan. And I'm going to have to make a bad joke up at some point. Just,
anyway. Doctor.
I'll let you in on the little tidbits as to why I started watching the program. For one thing, Game of Thrones ended while I was traveling across Britain with my mom. And I was like, what am I going to do when I get home? My favorite show is done. And I'm only allowed to watch Battlestar Galactica once a week. So I'm like, what am I going to do? And then I was on this trip, and we went to Scotland. And before we came up and saw you, Lauren, we were staying with family down in the south in Annan, and then we went to their caravan in the Galloway area, which is only about an hour. And the star of Outlander, or one of the stars, Sam Heughan, is from the Galloway area. So of course, the cousin was like, "Oh, the lad that's from Outlander, Bobby, what was his name?" And he's all, "Heughan." Because they're seniors. Heughan.
You have to say it with force.
And they're like, "Yeah, the Heughan lad. He's on that Outlander show." And I said, "Okay, well, cool. That's neat." And then we went up to Edinburgh, and my mom and I did a tour of the Highlands. And everywhere we went, it was like, Outlander was filmed here, and Outlander was filmed here. Oh, and did we mention that there was an Outlander filmed here? So through the whole thing, I was just being the show was being thrown in my face. And then the last week that I was in Britain, my mom and I were in London, and we went to go, see the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace and everything. And wouldn't you know it, that very weekend, Sam Heughan was going to Buckingham Palace, and he was probably inside the palace when I was outside of it. And I thought, okay, the nerd gods are talking to me. Watch the show. So I started watching the show on the airplane home. And I have burned through the series already once. And I'm burning through it again and started the first book. I've become obsessed. I've joined 2 fan groups. So hopefully by the time you run out of Stranger Things, I'll be an expert.
Nice.
Not as much as Lauren, though.
Right, Sassenach. I need to go and get some food and some water and lie down, because I is the tireds.
Yes.
But it's been good being on this little random jump on, jump off panel with you all. You're all fucking fantastic. Again, happy YouTubeversary.
Yeah, I guess.
Should we just call it YouTubeversary 1 year? You're still a baba, but we love you. Right, anyway. Have fun, and I'll get you in the next one. Tattles.
Bye.
Bye. We love you, Lauren.
Love ya. Tattles.
Yeah.
I will also be catching news later because I need to take a nap at some point.
Yes.
All good.
And watch another TV show to catch up. But happy anniversary. It's been a blast getting to know you, and we have many more years to come. Chat room. I will check y'all later.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye, Alicia.
Yeah, exactly. But if you want,
And then there were 2.
yeah, exactly. Lady H of the North. I'll make sure that this happens, to have more ladies' nights or more lady panels. We should almost make that a thing every month at least, we had like a panel of just ladies that we get to just talk about crazy
Agreed.
stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, it's been good. So yeah, I can't wait to watch more stuff and be more involved because yeah, we got for me on the channel. Yeah, we'll have Mel Makeup coming Monday. Isn't that just a funny name? And then yeah, we'll be doing more of that. I think I also have the podcast, which we took a break this week, but it also gives all of you people in the chat an opportunity to answer the question that we have going for this week, which is conventions. And what do conventions mean to fandom? So if you have an experience at a convention or what your interpretation of conventions and fandoms mean, go over to the Fandom 3 Facebook and leave your response down below because we'll be sure to highlight it on the podcast. We'll be recording that, I think, next week sometime. So yeah, we'll be sure to cover that as well. The Fandom 3 podcast, you can find it pretty much anywhere. It's on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, podcast, on pretty much all the podcast places. Episodes Club will be going over Stranger Things 3, Chapter 3, Wednesday night. Cylon Johns with the two of us, Clarissa and myself, as well as Johnny Be Crazy, John St. Baptise, Bobby Catalano, and Amy Shrew is always on Friday nights. And yeah, I think I'll be able to do the makeup video and then maybe one other stream or one other topic every other week. But yeah, go over and check all of that stuff out because it's a fun time. And yes, the Patreon and my Facebook is where the easiest places you can find more information if I somehow change my schedule. But I think the makeup videos will be a good thing to stay for a while. But Clarissa, do you have any questions for me or anything?
Because I was working, so I wasn't able to catch the earlier parts of the show. I wasn't sure what people had asked you. But you've kind of already filled in sort of my questions of what direction are you taking your channel this year? And what was your favorite accomplishment of your first year of YouTube?
I can say like my favorite thing that it, like kind of done this year was probably, it's weird because I have like a few. I have the fact that I was able to be at the subscriber count that I am right now. And it's still growing. It's a little bit not, it could be to my own fact of what I'm doing, but I'm going to be changing up it a little bit where I'm at right now, as well as getting to meet so many people through not even my own channel, but just being involved in the community, which is the biggest thing, is getting to know, and like even though we personally haven't met yet, but getting to know somebody who's also a Canadian that I get to spend pretty much every week with.
Yeah, I know.
It's just awesome.
Well, I have family research to do in Ontario, so I'll have a reason to come out there.
Yeah, it'll be very much fun. This first year it's been going well, and then going back to school, some stuff will be changing, but they'll be sure to have at least one. You'll get one video, maybe 2 videos a week every other so often. But yeah, we've got podcasts, we've got the live streams. Content is still going to be flowing. I'll still do some Game of Thrones stuff here and there, but being involved with other channels, most of my thoughts and stuff will be there as well. So yeah, been so great. Probably do another one of these very, very soon, and I'll be sure to have everybody who was on again, because I'm just an open book and invite pretty much anybody who wants to be on. So yeah.
Well, and I appreciate you having me on. You've all been wonderfully supportive and inspired me to some possible future projects of my own. So I'll let you guys know in the fall. I'm doing a few ambitious things, including possibly going back to school. So we'll see how that goes.
That's awesome. I mean, hey, no, I applaud anybody who wants to do that. Like, it's the big thing to just continue your education at any stage of life. So, yeah. But with that, you can find Clarissa and I on Cylon Johns. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook. You can find Clarissa on Facebook as well. Her Clarity Bath and Body. I think if not, it'll be in the description because I'll addend it somewhat. And Twitter, Instagram. But I'll see you all very, very soon, probably on Monday with my Melisandre makeup. And with that, I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye.
Thanks for having me. Happy anniversary, Mackenzie!
Thank you, everyone. And bye.